Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the marathon quest that will never end, which is called the Bloody Baron. Alright, so we're going to pick up where I left off in the last part. Let's go ahead and finish out this conversation piece.
Rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here?
I'm sorry about the sound there, guys. I inadvertently pulled the wire out of my my game capture device, so you probably missed the first part of what that guy was saying. But I just went and plugged it back in, so we shouldn't have any more problems forthwith. So I'm not going to be a complete prick. I'm just going to say that my opinion doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethin, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
I have to say this, even though I don't agree with the length of this quest or the other story quest, to be honest with you, I think these story quests are far too fucking long. And it's not so much the fact of the length of the story quest, it's the fact that there's a dozen or so mini quests within the main quest that just make it extremely annoying. I do not like fetch quest missions. I hate them with a passion. So that's why I've been so annoyed. But I have to say this, the voice acting and the writing in this game are top notch so far. So at least this game has that going for it, because if this game had long quests along with shitty voice actors and shitty writing, then this game would be even worse. So, and I'm not, I shouldn't say this game would be even worse, because I don't think that this is a bad game. Like, I really don't. I think this game is amazing, but it's just annoying when you're doing a story quest and it just gets bogged down into trying to do too much, trying to be too much. Instead of just focusing on the task at hand, you know, they have you running around doing this other stuff that doesn't matter to the final outcome of the quest, and that's what I take issue with.
Still seems like your fault to me.
Will you let me finish?
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend. A dog's bunghole. Stand, damn it! One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. The things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her.
I bet you he
Felt like
killed
I'd
him.
been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
Wow. Well, honestly, I'm not going to say that that was the right thing to do, but if you find out that your woman's been cheating on you for 3 straight years right under your nose, I could understand at least why he'd be so pissed off.
Guess they call you the Bloody Baron for a reason after all.
What?
Your nickname makes sense now.
No, that's an entirely different story.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
Alright, so, yeah, it's this fat piss's fault. It's pretty much all his fault, man. It really is. Because if the woman doesn't fucking love you, if she's cheating on you for 3 straight years with somebody else, then guess what, man? Just let her go. Let her fucking go. I mean, you fucking killed the guy that she was really in love with, and then you wonder why she tried to kill herself and tried to kill you several times. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much your fault because you're a sad excuse for a human being.
Got only yourself to blame, I think. Leaving her to fend for herself.
How was I not to? I was a soldier. I had no choice.
There's
Well-
always a choice.
Yeah, there is.
Sod it all. I see all my prattlings for naught. You won't bring Anna home, I know that. Will you betray to me how she landed in that bloody swamp?
Holy shit, man, I just leveled up to level 9. That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. I started out the day at level 7 and I'm already up to 9, so I can't complain about that. At least this quest is giving me a lot of experience points, so at least there's that.
She made a pact with the crones and, well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Yeah, that's one thing I do agree with. I would be more than happy to venture into the swamp and kill those 3 hags if you wanted me to. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my ass waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not, but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna.
Huh. I don't think that's a good idea, man. I think you're gonna end up dead.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute.
Ah, here we go, man. Another fucking... Let me guess. I'm gonna have to fight this large beast as Ciri, dude. Come on, man. I don't want to do this. When is this quest gonna fucking end?
It landed right in front of us. I thought we breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth.
What the hell did I tell you, man? I hate being right all the time. Well, what the hell is this shit? Oh, man. This quest never fucking ends! Oh my god, what the hell were the game developers thinking with this shit, dude? You can't just make a quest go on and on and on forever, dude. It doesn't work like that. How the hell do I get up there? This is really taking away from the whole story, like at this point... Well, I have to admit, Ciri's a badass, but it does not take away the fact that this quest is far too goddamn long, man. I've been playing this shit for like over 3 hours. Can't believe this. I can't believe this thing's still going, man. And these loading times don't help matters at all. These loading times are far too long.
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
Alright guys, let's going to go ahead and end this part, and we'll pick up right here on the following part. Thank you so much. Feel free to comment down below and hit that like button if you're enjoying this.